This is Idaho Media Showcase. Exploring all facets of media production throughout our beautiful state of Idaho.
To Idaho Media Showcase. My name is Lance Thompson. I'm your host, and tonight our guest is McNish, the Executive Director of Treasure Valley Community Television. We'll introduce Alex in just a moment, but first, I was just handed these important bulletins on this handy laptop here. So here are some media events coming up in the week of February 12th through 18th. Idaho Media Professionals monthly meeting is Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Smoky Mountain Pizza on Park Center in Boise. Visit their Facebook page and website, idahomediapro.org, for more information. IMP meets on the third Wednesday of every month, and that's a great meeting. I'm usually there, and anybody is welcome, and it's all about media, and we have great speakers, and the pizza's good too. There's no Boise Cutters meeting this month due to their meeting date being on Valentine's Day. I guess they found something better to do. If you'd like to know more about this media group that is not meeting this month, visit their Facebook page and their Twitter feed. They meet on the second Tuesday of the month, 7 p.m. at the Owyhee Plaza in Boise, but not on Valentine's Day. For information on these and other media events, I have one. I don't know if I can say this. I guess I can. On February 26th, the Oscars will be shown on another station. ABC affiliate KIVI Channel 6. I'm going to be on the Oscar panel following the broadcast of the Oscars with Bob Richards and Sherry Can. So watch that, and we're going to tell if they got the votes right, if they got them wrong, and we'll be critiquing Billy Crystal. For more information on these and other media events, or if you'd like to submit event information to us, you can email Idaho Media Showcase at, and here's quite an acronym for you, imstvInfo.com. IMSTV, so that must be Idaho Media Showcase TV info.com. And soon our website will have an events calendar, so you can check out there as well. Our website is idahomediashowcase.com. We also have a Facebook page, and soon you can follow us on Twitter. Thank you, and until next week, when we'll give you more announcements, I won't read that part because that's not for me. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening to those announcements. And now I would like to introduce the Executive Director of Treasure Valley Community Television, McNish. And in terms of full disclosure, you are actually watching Treasure Valley Community Television. So this is the boss. Alex, welcome.
My pleasure, Lance.
Thanks for coming. Now, for those, obviously people who are tuned in have some idea of what community television is, but why don't you tell us generally what does community television do? Why do we have community television?
Just as you gave these announcements, I was thinking, yeah, that's what we do. We provide this forum so we can have a free expression of ideas and opinions in our community from other sources than what we're used to from corporate messaging. So good. For individuals, organizations, nonprofits, families, groups, whatever you'd like to express or the talents that you'd like to share with your community, this is the venue where you have those resources.
So what kind of, besides this very interesting show, what kind of shows are on Treasure Valley Community Television?
And I agree, this is going to be a very interesting show, and I'm looking forward to a series of Idaho Media Showcase. We have such a wide spectrum of producers, and first let me start with, we're known as the PEG channels, the PEG. And that stands for Public, Educational, and Governmental Channels. So Channel 11 is the P of PEG, and that's the public access, and that's where you get that just the full range of viewpoints. We have some producers that are politically minded, my fellow Idahoans, and that goes live on Thursday nights at 6:30. We have Psychic Sheila's Sugar Shack that tapes on Thursday nights, and she brings in a studio audience. She opens her show with some sort of entertainer. She does psychic readings for studio audience members, and then she likes to give away her community healer. She says something about, well, you can't sell people, but you can give them away.
Oh, very good.
So that's just two examples. Another, I would say, interesting show, a producer goes live on Saturday nights, and it's Moments of Awareness with Peace and Dude. So this is a family that has been coming in every Saturday night, and they talk about whatever is on their mind. We have more serious shows that are health-minded and alternative healing practitioners, Shaman M with Melody McBride. It's just everything under the sun.
Anything that'll fit on this stage, or
no, we can remove the stage. You can have full access to the studio here. We also have green screen capabilities, so you can place your show wherever you like.
Because I've seen animals, I've seen music acts, I mean, they're all, all sorts of things.
Let's see, that was Corbin Maxey live with the reptile guy, and he has brought in camels, horses, pythons, you know, any kind of animal you can imagine.
And
it was right here.
Remarkably clean stage.
For all that action, yeah.
Okay, now currently TBC-TV is involved or very interested in this the current legislative session, and there's a bill called HB 410. What can you tell us about that? What's going? How is that supposed to affect the station?
Well, it affects the revenue that is derived from the franchise agreements. We're going to get into this complicated contract that is currently is at the municipal level. So let's say a video service provider wishes to build out into a community, and what we have now is they go to that city, in our case it's the city of Boise, and they negotiate an agreement on, in exchange for use of the public rights of way. They're going to pay the city a percentage of gross revenue, which right now is 5%, and then they're going to also provide funds for PEG channels. So Idaho has three main PEG stations here in the Treasure Valley, in Pocatello, and in Coeur d'Alene. And we are all structured differently. So the negotiated agreements are tailored to fit that community. What this proposed legislation would do would change the locus of control on the contracts, the agreements, from that municipal level to this kind of a one-size-fits-all statewide franchising authority. What does that mean for us? Well, in this bill, they have eliminated any funds for PEG, and they have reduced the revenue for the city by redefining gross revenue that omits home shopping and advertising. I see that as a disservice to the community. If you're going to do business in the community, and in this case, use of the public rights of way, yes, you should give back. You should not just take and take. So for us, if our PEG fees were eliminated, that is our primary source of capital funding. Right now, we have to raise revenue for operations, but without the capital funding, I don't see how we could keep our doors open.
So if
it's dire.
So if And that is, if 410 passed,
Yeah.
that would be an end to funding for PEG channels and for stations like this.
Well, for Pocatello, their PEG channels or PEG station is a part of the city. So that's a different structure. They would still receive the government funds, the city franchise fees, but they would have to find a way to, with that reduction in the fees due to the redefining of gross revenue, have to find a way to still operate the PEG channels. And I'm not sure how Coeur d'Alene is structured. So again, it's, you can't, I don't see a way to make this fit all the individual communities that the PEG channels are trying to serve.
Okay, so TVC TV viewers, if they wanted to weigh in on this, what should they do? Should they call their state representatives or write, or what?
Well, I'm sure that the House Business Committee Chairman Max Black would like to hear from our viewers and supporters, and we are asking them to oppose this bill because they support their PEG channels. And you know, I can't count the number of times that I see producers so excited with being able to get their message out, to have a voice, to be able to learn new skills. These are life skills that being able to crew together, that is just an incredible experience, because you're having to communicate very quickly, and you're always in that solution solving mode, and it's challenging, exciting, and you know, there's an endless amount of things that you can learn. So not having this resource would leave a huge hole.
It sounds like it. Well, all right, and speaking of the crews, and how does one become a producer here? What do you go through to have a show? You have an idea for a show that I want to have reptiles that read minds or whatever.
Yes.
What do you do? How do you make a proposal? Do you come to a class? What happens?
Well, the easiest way is to come to our free orientation, which is the first Wednesday of the month, and it's from 5:30, usually lasts about an hour. So we talk about what we do here, about non-commercial content, and how we can help you to, you know, realize your vision. We tour the facilities and the television studio, the editing bays, the field equipment that we have available for checkout. So that just gets you more familiar with what's going on. Then, if you wish to become a producer, it just depends on what category, student, individual, family, group, organization. We have very reasonable rates. So I'm going to give you an example of a Boise resident individual. The producership is only $50 for a year, which entitles you to submit up to 52 half-hour programs that will air on Channel 11 and also stream live out to the World Wide Web.
Right, so you can see this on the web too, because even if you're out of town, or if you happen to be in South Africa or someplace, you can.
Yes.
Okay. Very
absolutely.
Good. And another thing that I think a lot of people don't know is a lot of the crews here are BSU students. You perform a very important educational function as well. Can you talk about that?
Thank you. The E of the PEG, education. And yes, and this is how I got started. So in 2002, I found out about this resource, and you could sign up for a 3-credit class, and they have the class every semester. They just changed the name, so we can.
So you just got to be pretty clever about finding it.
Yes, it's been called many things, and I'm sorry I can't recall what this semester's name is, but Yes, so you're learning hands-on television production. I knew absolutely zero about video television production. I came in here and I got to operate cameras, I got to operate the audio board, the switcher, be a director, be a floor director. It was just terrific. And this has been a great resource for people. We also have the students crew for other producers. So for a $15 charge per time slot, a producer can come in and hand over the information to the Boise State students. They are the crew. In under 45 minutes to an hour, you walk out with your half-hour program ready to submit to be programmed on air.
And so it's not just Boise State students, and just a person who's interested in learning a little bit about television production, video production, you know, behind the camera, in the booth, can come in and take those classes and be part of it. And what is it? You said you knew zero when you started. How long until you were actually working on a camera or working in the booth?
Oh my heavens, like, you know, 2 days or 2 classes.
So it's pretty quick.
Yeah, you just jump in, hands-on. And we also have 2 producers who are instructors at CWI, and they're using Treasure Valley Community Television as a supplement to their course, and they've required their students to produce a show, to be on a show, to be a part of it. And so, you know, that education component is just spreading throughout the valley, and we love being used.
It's funny, when we did our show, the Capitol Wrap, about the gubernatorial candidates, it's amazing how many people running for office and in the government had worked here or been part of a show here sometime in their past. It seems like it's the gateway to, you know, citizenship, kind of, in Boise, because.
Well, for let's say the Hispanic community, this is a place where we have another producer who does her show in Spanish, Nuestra Voz, and she likes to provide information for the Hispanic community, and part of that is becoming a citizen, where to vote, what issues would affect that community. So another way to get the information out.
Very good. Well, so you're executive director now, so what is your vision for TVC TV? Where do you see it going, provided we get a negative outcome on HB 410?
Absolutely. And I have to say, this is the 4th year that they brought this bill up, and we've had to help educate the community on that issue. But yeah, I see us continuing.
Okay, so then your vision for where do you want the TVC TV to go, and what kind of shows would you like to see, and what, you know, are there, you know, areas that you'd like to explore that haven't been?
Well, you know, now, before it was all about having access. There was limited access, and now we have so many avenues access. So we'd like to be a part of that, to go on beyond television and expand to the other areas of delivering content. And those are the very discussions that we're having now with our board and other supporters. So we don't have that clear vision yet, but it is coalescing, and it's going to be very exciting.
Good. Well, we will look forward to seeing that, how that comes out. Now, how did you come to TVC TV? Did you have a background in television or broadcast, or you were just?
I was a communication major at Boise State, and this just seemed like a really good idea. I became in the class and became a producer, a volunteer, worked on some of our bigger fundraisers, and then after I graduated, then I was asked to serve on the board, and served on the board for a couple years, and then I became board chair, and then I became executive director. I've worn a number of hats here. but I have seen so many people contribute in so many ways. So everybody is finding, or there is a spot for everyone to contribute here.
You mentioned fundraisers. So if viewers wanted to support the station in some way, what's the procedure for that? Do we wait for the telethon, or is there a...
No need to wait.
Okay.
You may contribute at any time. Yes, that's a great way to support your community media center. And give us a call, 343-1100. Visit our website, tvctvonline.org. And we do have PayPal there if you'd like to contribute that way. Come on down, see what's going on. You come down when the Boise State students are here recording. That's a really fun time. We're taping on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, and Saturday mornings from 9 to noon, and during the weeknights 6 to 9.
That's a good point. So if you were just a member of the general public, you didn't want to run a camera or push buttons or anything like that, if you just wanted to watch, you can do that too.
Yes.
Stop by and watch a taping and see live television right in your front room,
Yes.
or be in the front room with the television. Okay, perfect. Now, so what fundraising, you said fundraisers, did you have events planned? Do you have a blimp or anything like that?
Well, in the past, we had a couple, let's see, in 2003 and 2004, it was called the Dance Off. So people dressed in costumes, and they got pledges to dance for so long, and we raised money that way. We've had parking lot sales. We've had no bake sales, but we had a big community dinner fundraiser, and that was really nice. What was so great about that was that we got to honor some of our longtime supporters, Mayor Beater, Carol Skinner of the Flicks, and Sally Freeman of the Boise Weekly, and Doug Oppenheimer of Oppenheimer Industries. So that was really nice to be able to acknowledge people that have really contributed much to the development and support and continuance of TVC TV. Now, I also will say that we had been known as TV, and then when we opened up the second channel, 98, for education and government, we became TVC TV.
So it gives you a little punctuation in between.
CTV. However, people find TV really easy to say, and I can remember a council member, Boise City Council member, who would say, "Oh, TV, it sounds so nice. You have to say it twice." So.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, we might have given the impression that you're. To do a show, you have to be here on the stage with the animals and stuff, but
nope.
There actually, you can talk about going outside the...
Check out equipment, record your own spots, edit it, submit it for programming. Yeah, there's a number of ways. One exciting thing that we're going to do this summer is we're going to take out a mobile van downtown Boise, and we're looking for a way to record live or stream that live.
Wow.
So you might see us downtown when the weather gets nicer.
So you could be a TV star without
Yes.
even coming to the studio.
Right.
You could come to the viewer and
yeah, we'll come to you.
We'll come to you, as we do over the internet or on the camera.
Very good.
Now, just before we go, to have any effect on HB 410, which is, if it passes, the funding for TVC-TV will be severely cut and probably
eliminated.
So our call to the viewers is to write to the, which committee is it?
It's in the House Business Committee.
House Business Committee, because it's a House bill.
Yes.
And then write to your representative
yes.
to express
That's
your
one
view.
way. Committee members. We're going to be providing more information on our website, how to contact your legislators, and of course, always give us a call. We're happy to share that information. And yeah, we're rounding up the forces and the supporters, and let's make sure that your PEG channel stays in your community.
Well, we certainly hope so. As there are, do you have support in the legislature for this, or do you have?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
So
it's growing, and
so
also growing. Mm-hmm. As more people find out really what this bill would do, how it would adversely affect us, yes. Then they say, well, maybe that's not such a good idea. I just see where in exchange for the use of the public rights of way, there has to be a way to give back to the community, and this is one way that you do that.
Well, thank you for giving back as much as you have, and thank you for being the executive director of TBC-TV and making this possible.
You're welcome.
And thanks for coming out. Now, you didn't have any trouble finding the studio today, did you?
No, I didn't. So somehow my vehicle knows just where to turn.
Very good. I want to thank our guest, Alex McNish, executive director of TBC-TV. She's only a few steps from her office here. Thank you all for viewing Idaho Media Showcase. We want to thank our outstanding BSU crew. The BSU media students are the future of Idaho media, so we thank them. Thank our producers, Gayla and Tom and Nick, who wear many hats, and it looks funny when they wear many hats, but they did a great job getting this together. And tune in next week. Are we weekly? I think we're weekly. Tune in next week for Idaho Media Showcase, and we'll have more interesting guests. We'll learn a lot, always learn a lot together. And write your congressman, write the House
House
Business Committee about HB 410. We don't want that to pass. Otherwise, you'll be looking at a blank screen this time next week. So help us keep TBC-TV going. Thanks for viewing Idaho Media Showcase, and we'll see you all next week.